Hey guys, it's Britt. Today we're here to talk about two completely shameless YouTubers, the first being Alicia Dougherty and the second being Brittany Dawn. I had quite a few thoughts to share, so if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so I was sent this TikTok over on Instagram that Alicia posted, and it's basically showing her youngest daughter opening this gag gift, and that's what I want to talk about for a few minutes. But before we get into that, let's talk about shamelessness on social media. This is something I see all the time, and it's just wild to me how people will literally film something, edit it, post it, and actually think that they did something that's good or funny or entertaining. None of this stuff that I talk about on a normal basis. Now, sometimes I do share the lighter side of it and the good stuff. I try to sprinkle that in sometimes, but as most of y'all know, commentary as a whole is talking about toxic internet culture and all of the kind of subgenres that fall under that main category. For someone to be shameless on social media, sometimes it might be, not that serious and something that people can look over. But when it comes to being shameless and you are bringing children into the mix, that's what both Alicia Dougherty and Brittany Dawn have done. So if you're going to be shameless and you're going to have children involved in the situation, then I'm going to have an opinion about it. I found this video to be embarrassing, cringeworthy, just completely having no regard for the children that are involved in this situation and how it might make them feel. I cannot wait for Alicia to get a reality check. And I think it's going to come next year because I've seen a lot of her own followers starting to kind of take a step back and say, okay, but why are we really watching this woman like completely just blow endless amounts of money? She's doing the same thing over and over again. She's utilizing the same gag over and over again. I talked about that in my one of the TikTok playlist videos, how she uses the "this is our background" as like the same gag. Like, do one video, pin it at the top of your TikTok, and if people have questions, they know where to find the information. Thinking of how a parent's role is to protect the children, to film this video and actually post it tells me that it's just another reminder for me that she does not take her children's safety and their feelings into, it's not one of her top priorities. In fact, I don't even know if it is a priority for her anymore. I think that TikTok fame, attention, clout, and money has completely taken over any amount of regard or self-awareness that she had previously. And she's just on a mission to flex on all of y'all. And if you like to be flexed on, then that's your journey. But let's also not ignore the fact that she is being completely reckless. And this is going to have a negative impact on her children at one point in time. That's why I don't say their names, specifically the ones that are adopted or the kinship kids. I will not say their names on my channel. I blur out the faces of all of her children because it's just not okay. The presence that she has built on social media is not okay. It is not normal. And it should not be an expectation of, oh, well, she has 12 kids. You don't have any kids, so your opinion should be quiet. That's not how the internet works, and I'm here to talk about it. So let's go ahead and roll the video. She essentially says, trying to prank my 4-year-old with gag gifts. And she shows opening a banana, which this is an old prank. Like, parents have been doing this forever. And then she goes ahead and packs an adult diaper as a prank. So again, we're going back to sharing the bathroom habits of your children as part of content. Back when she was prepping for the New York City trip over the summer, I mentioned how she put the adult diapers in the cart and went ahead and overshared that one of her kids needs to utilize these, and that is nobody's damn business. That is nobody's business. What your children's bathroom habits and their hygiene habits are is not TikTok's business. It's not content, it's not entertaining, and it's not for public consumption. I cannot believe that she did this and actually thought that it was going to be some cutesy little prank where she's pranking her child. Of all of the things that you could have thought to prank your child with, why is that the item that you decided to give her? You could have packed a fucking remote control. You could have, taken a Christmas ornament. You could have taken a bottle of shampoo. You could have taken a dog leash. Like, there are endless things. You could have put a fork in a gift bag and done a prank. Like, why is it that you had to take this opportunity to, again, remind everyone who came across this video that one of your children has to wear this because it is part of their previous trauma? It's not okay. And her caption says, like, lesson from H, which is her child that opened this. If you hate a gift, and find the nearest stuffed animal and use it to distract the audience and mask your disappointment. Alicia, this is not new. It's not original. All that you do is take ideas from other creators and do it yourself. Let's also not act like you're coming up with original content, because anyone with a couple of brain cells would be able to watch this video and know that they have seen it from hundreds of thousands of other parents. This has been going on for years. Ever since the social media space has taken off, like parents have been doing this with their kids. I'm just so angry at the amount of constant oversharing that she does. And it's not a once or twice thing where she learned her lesson and she has corrected her behavior. It's over and over and over and over again. And it is absolutely enraging. And people in the comments just applauding this behavior. That's what really gets me. Even though a lot of her fans are starting to check out based on what I've seen, there are still so many that are calling her super mom. And, just focusing on how cute this child is. Guys, like, wake up. That is not okay to share the bathroom and hygiene habits of your children. It is not okay. My God, I'm angry over this. She also shared a couple of TikToks where she's wrapping presents. We've gone over this, like overspending for Christmas. She has just blown an insane amount of money. She's giving her 4-year-old child an iPad and an iPhone, both which have internet access. It's an open door for someone inappropriate to be able to contact these kids either through some kind of game, some kind of social media thing. What if their phone number is linked? What if somehow people find out the phone numbers of the children? There are just red flags all over this. And on top of it, way for her to completely shove it and throw it right in your face that she has shown the same presence over and over again. So not only do these kids know exactly what they're getting for Christmas, but secondly, she's just showing y'all, look at all the shit that I can do that you can't. And I'm doing this because y'all watch my boring, mundane, boring ass, watching paint dry content. And I know that content is tailored to each person, but at the end of the day, if you are actively supporting someone who is exploiting and oversharing their children, that in itself is a problem. If you want to watch someone who's super boring and it's just not, everyone's cup of tea, that's completely fine. But when you talk about someone like Alicia, where it's oversharing and constant exploitation and constant flex culture, that's where it's a problem. And that's why so many people are turning on her as we speak. So Alicia Dougherty, I think that you are on a quick downhill slope and people are starting to catch on to your shit. And I will be here to give commentary when things eventually continue to fall apart. I've said for a long time, I really hope that she has a lot of money saved because her, quick success is also going to lead to a very quick downfall because of the things that she has done herself. This is not people taking things out of context. It's not people coming up with rumors or lies. At least I can speak for my own channel. But all of the things that you have done yourself are going to lead to your very quick downfall, and everybody is going to be here to witness it. And I will not feel bad for her when that day comes. I will feel bad for the impact that it might have on her children, but I will not have an ounce of pity or sorrow for her. It's just completely ridiculous. I cannot believe that literally embarrassing your children you consider content. That is sick and twisted. I don't care what anyone says about it. The second thing I want to talk about is this post from Brittany Dawn's Instagram. She went ahead and shares this photo of the foster child that they have. Again, the child's face is not fully visible, but they're at this Christmas tree farm. And I just think that this is appalling. The amount that she has used this foster child already as part of her content is shocking. And I cannot believe that she has been allowed to post as much as she has about this child. The kid has been in the home for what? Less than 2 weeks? And literally constant Instagram stories, constant photos, constantly talking about the birth mother, constantly talking about some of the struggles that this child has been going through just in the short 2 weeks that they have had the child in their care. I think that it is insane the things that some people will do in order to form content. So she puts out this Instagram photo that I showed you guys, and the caption says, "A Christmas that we will always remember. If I could go back and tell the heartbroken me 4 years ago to just hang on, to cling to Jesus, that your season is coming, and now I'm standing in it. We serve a God who is faithful to fulfill his promise, and we are living, walking proof of that." Here's the thing that I will say about this. Brittany Dawn, please stop giving people false hope in being able to pray their way to a better life. I've always said, I think that prayer is very important and extremely vital, but prayer should also be backed up by actual actions, putting the work in, leaning on actual professionals like therapists and doctors in order to make sure that your mental health is okay. Simply telling people to cling to Jesus and pray is definitely giving people false hope. The only reason that you're sitting in the position that you're sitting in is because you scammed a bunch of people out of a whole lot of money, and you have tried to redeem your online influencer career as becoming a Bible-thumping Christian. Most people see through it, but unfortunately there are people that don't know her full history and have come along for the ride, and that's why she is still relevant on here. She's moving into the family vlogger space, and that will be even more people that will discover her and won't know that she has scammed and, is a dog murderer and an animal abuser. And I think it's absolutely awful that she has a platform to stand on. But the biggest thing that I have a problem with is people using children as props. And she has absolutely already used this child as a prop on her social media. It's the aesthetic. It's the constantly pushing Instagram stories out of showing babies' feet and, coffee dates and this completely just unattainable lifestyle, trying to be relatable by saying that she forgets to brush her teeth and brush her hair. And it's all just nonsensical bullshit. But if you're going to use a foster child as a prop, I think that you should not be allowed to be foster parents. And that's my opinion. Children are not props. Children are not put into your home so that you can revive your dying career and enter a new genre on social media as a family vlogger. I think it's absolutely appalling and disgusting. And people that use their kids as props, whether it's bio, adopted, kinship, whatever, I think that you should be called out. Stop using your kids as props and stop embarrassing your children, Alicia Dougherty. I had a comment left on my last Dougherty Dozen video where I was discussing Alicia using a sponsorship as a way to gift tile to her children's teachers. Now, first of all, yeah, sure, the tile is fine, but tile is also a paid subscription service, so it's not technically a gift because they have to pay for the service or else they can't even use the device. Someone left a comment saying, oh, it feels like you're kind of scraping the barrel, in this video, kind of like insinuating that I was making something out of nothing. Let me tell you guys, sketchy influencers, greedy influencers, entitled influencers, influencers that are exploiting their children, influencers that are not being transparent about sponsorships and brand deals have been a constant topic on my channel. I am not going to shy away from talking about one specific thing just because one person has something to say about it. The Dougherty Dozen fans and stans are very intense to deal with, but I discovered that after my first video on May 1st of this year when I talked about her. The heat from them and the hate and the really nasty language is something that has remained consistent. It doesn't happen as often now as it did previously because I think a lot of people are realizing why she's a topic of discussion. I don't come on my channel ever to make something out of nothing. I think that that is a really cheap way to tell someone that they shouldn't have a voice. I come on my channel and talk about things that matter. And sometimes they matter to me, sometimes they matter to a few people, sometimes they matter to all of us. But I'm not going to shy away from it, and I am here to continue talking about sketchy and bad influencers. And if Alicia Dougherty is doing something, I'm going to call her out. Brittany Dawn, Brianna K, Love Meg, I don't care who it is. Nobody is off limits. I will cover them with grace and try to not be, cruel about it. But these people deserve to be called out. So if you're not interested in the video, you're more than welcome to not watch it. But I will continue on the path that I've been on for 2 years now, and that is focusing on commentary and inserting other content throughout. So that's going to be it. I hope you guys have an amazing Christmas Eve if you celebrate. If you don't celebrate, that's okay too. Spend this evening doing something that you usually would not do. Even if it's just watching your favorite movie and, taking a bath or doing some skincare, do something for yourself, relax, decompress. And I understand if the holidays look a little different for you this year. I understand that the holidays are not super uplifting for everybody, and I get that. So I hope you guys are good. But for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.